Hello, dear friends. Welcome to today's podcast episode. And this is actually a very special edition because if you'd like, you can go to PetPIX Academy YouTube channel and you can actually watch it. Yes, I know a lot of you have been asking to see me and our guests. So here it is, friends. But why today episode is special? I don't know about you, but I know for myself that I'm really very passionate about keep learning and growing and knowing the new trends and just being surrounded people who think exactly like me. And this is where my very special guest and very dear friend Paige from the Pet Summit comes in place, just because you're like not only so amazing, not only wonderful person, but you also are putting all of your time and effort of creating and making happen the Pet Summit, which is going to be this year, as we know, a virtual event with everything happening. But I actually think that this is a really incredible opportunity for each of us, considering we have friends from all around the world to participate and watch it with their pajama at home. So without further ado, I want to welcome you and thank you so much, Paige, for finding time to join me on our show today.
Thank you so much for having me, Vasi. It's great to be here.
Yay, I know. Like I remember when you said, yes, Vasi, I'm coming. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Just because the truth is that before I became a virtual entrepreneur and start, virtually teaching people, to me, this type of convention were the photography convention. And I was like, oh my God, I can participate and I can even teach in a virtual one from people from all around the world. How cool is this?
We think it's great. Our original plan was definitely not to do this event virtually, but doing it virtually actually has a lot of benefits. We get to work with people all over the world and we get to have attention from all over the world. So I think that that's pretty cool because if we did this, in one major city like we were planning on doing, we might not be able to connect with all of the people that we've been lucky enough to connect with. So it has been really nice, especially to meet you. We're not in the same state, and it's nice to just connect with you over Zoom and all of the talks that we've been doing leading up to this. And we're just so happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel the same way. And by the way, my husband is originally from New York. So,
Oh.
but the truth is that we haven't really visited in a long time. So I'm hoping that in the future, when things get better, we can go and visit our family there. Like my auntie from New Jersey, she's like, Vasi, the last time I saw it was really like 2000 and whatever. I'm like, yep, mom. And then I know auntie, it was a long time, but she is like my mom. My auntie is like my second mom. So I call her sometimes. So yeah, believe me, I know. And I do miss, being there. But yeah, it gives a lot of opportunities to each of us. And so for people who may not know, details and they may hear for the first time about the Pet Summit, can you just kind of tell what exactly it's about and how this year things are going to work out?
Absolutely. So the Pet Summit is now in its second year. We had our first inaugural event last October. The Pet Summit is a virtual conference for the pet industry that focuses on social media, influencers, bloggers, photographers, you name it. And the whole point of the conference is not only to bring the pet industry together as a whole, but to educate, empower, and really encourage people to grow on social media, try new things, network with new people, take their branding to the next level. So really, it's not something that covers just one topic. We cover topics that people will be interested in because I know myself, like I can benefit from at least 5 of the topics that the Pet Summit has to offer. I'm a social media director. I also have dogs who are influencers. I'm interested in upping my photography game. So really there's something for everybody who attends this conference. A big part of it as well is the rescue factor. So not only do we have classes and a panel about, pet rescue and animal rescue, but we also give back with our ticket sales. So a portion of all of our ticket sales get donated to different rescue partners. And we did the same thing last year with some different rescue partners because we believe in giving back. We can't put on an event that really revolves around animals without giving back to animals. So that's how it works in a nutshell. But I'm sure people have more questions about what the event actually is and how it happens.
Yeah, I do have a lot of questions, but I just want to say that, the people you invited are incredible. And I have to be very honest with you. Right before, we were about to enter our 100th episode podcast celebration. And I said, well, I guess it's time, even our podcast, it's made it to top 10 in US. Yes, we launched for 6 months over 100 episodes. And I said, it's time for a brand. So I started looking at some of the guests and I went to your website and I started looking at people's pictures. And I'm like, well, I really truly got inspired. I mean, even if I'm in this industry, I truly believe that each of us, it doesn't matter if you're just a lucky, furry parent, or you have a pet business, or maybe you are thinking, because a lot of PetPIX students and followers are pet parents who want to transition and start bringing income and gain their freedom through pet businesses. So I was really inspired. So now the new vision of PetPIX Academy cover, actually it's inspired by you and by your guest speaker. So thank you
Oh my,
for it.
that's incredible. See, it's already benefiting somebody. And that's all we want to do, is just help people grow and really build their business or their website. We had so much amazing feedback from last year's event. People really took a lot from the classes. And the beauty of the Pet Summit, by the way, is that it's a weekend long event. So 2 full days of panels, question and answer sessions, live workshops, that kind of thing. However, we also have about 150 classes that are being given by speakers like yourself, which will be in a library that's only accessible to ticket holders. And you're saying, well, how am I going to be able to watch the summit and 150 classes? The beauty of your ticket is that you get access to these classes for months after the event. So we have a library that's categorized into, social media, influencers, photography, rescue, all of that, branding. And you can access those classes and basically watch them on demand. You can take notes. You can contact the speaker of each class. Each one is given by somebody else in the industry who's a professional in their field. And it's really here to educate people and inspire them, like you said, to change something about what they're doing and make it better.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And 150 classes in a great way. It's fantastic because I think that, especially for me, like in the photography field, I mean, I have 2 photography degrees. Now I'm on my way to go get my 3rd one. And even I feel that I for almost 10 years, I went to so many conventions and stuff. I learned so much, but I feel this hunger for new knowledge. And we have a joke, and very well this joke in the entrepreneur world. It's that the new ways of learning is to go to a person who went to school or who is self-taught or who went to classes and give you the exact information in a very simplified way, which I'm very proud as a PetPIX. That's exactly what I do. 10 years of photography, boom, get my classes, you get it. That's why we have high conversions, but it's just the easiest and the newest way. Instead of you going to college, pay thousands and thousands of dollars to achieve the same way. Now it's so much easier, pleasant way, and you can do it from home.
Right. I agree. I mean, I started my social media business rather, 8 years ago. And I feel like I'm learning every single day because social media changes every single day. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. There is something new that is rolled out. There's a new feature, a new platform, a new hashtag, whatever it may be. So I learn on the fly. There's no amount of education that could have prepared me for the job that I have now, because every day I have to figure out, okay, well, this just rolled out yesterday. How am I going to make it successful for either myself, my pet account, my client's account, and how can I apply this? But I also learn from my peers the most. I follow a lot of people both in the pet industry and in the social media and marketing industry. And I'm constantly observing what they're doing, taking notes, learning from their Reels videos, their TikToks, their demonstrations, and it's just endless. And I feel like you get that type of education from your real world experience and from working with other people who inspire you. And, we hope that the Pet Summit can do that for somebody else.
I think, and I know that it will. I already booked it in my calendar. So we try to participate, and I'm excited again to be able to access the courses. And I also want to thank you for being so generous to donate gifts for our 100th episode podcast celebration. As you listen, friends, this podcast and you watch this podcast, our 100th episode celebration will be already over. But I just wanted to thank you because, like, I know that whoever it's going to win and already won when you listen it, it's going to in a great way change their life. But the good part is that I'm sure, do you have some tickets still available for people to purchase?
Oh, absolutely. We sell tickets even past the event date because there are people who will buy tickets after, which was very common last year, to access the library. And the live content that we are doing over the weekend will be in the library after the event. So you can buy a ticket before and watch everything live on October 23rd and 24th. Or if you miss it and you say, oh, I heard that this was fabulous, let me buy a ticket. Tickets will still be on sale after the event and everything will be in the library.
That's fantastic. And, and I looked at the price, they're beyond reasonable. I have a joke. My student support, it's the cost of few pizzas, like if you think
Yes.
of that and how much it's like your knowledge worth and your memories and, the success of your business or like whatever, everyone has different personal goals. Like how much is it worth? I mean, like the tickets and the best, it's that part of the ticket will go to a rescue. So people have the opportunity to learn, to get the library and learn, like, even my video was like, I think like 17 to 18 minutes. And my God, I pour all of my heart and soul. I'm like, how can I jump it and give more information? And that's with the rest of the speakers. And so you can also get really well connected.
We agree. The videos this year, I have to say, we have about 75% of them submitted so far from our class speakers. They're just out of this world. I mean, I've watched all of the ones that have come in. I'm learning from them. I'm always learning from, people. And there's some really, really wonderful current topics. I mean, we're going to cover everything that came out from last year to this year. There's Clubhouse, there's Instagram Reels, there's new TikTok features. I mean, in the 1 year time span of all of the content we covered from last year, so much more has happened. So we're still going to cover a lot of the topics from last year, like branding 101 and photography 101, but we're also going to get more advanced with the next level of courses. So we have something, like I said, for everybody.
I love it. Oh my God, I'm excited. Can we fast forward? I mean, I love my life. I love every single day from my life, but I would love to learn. This is just
I know you're saying fast forward, but we definitely need time. We have less than a month to go, and we have a lot to do before then. So we're trying to take it very slow because I know it's going to happen the week of the event. We just get so caught up in everything, and it goes by in a second.
I understand, believe me. I didn't mention, but I joined 3 photography organizations. So I have been on the board of my local photography guild apparently for over 7 years. So I know it's like, I mean, I have so many awards and everything else in one competition, but long story short, it's like I participated in so many like events, making them happen, including photographing, part of our professional photographer for the convention. So I know exactly what you mean. Behind the scenes, I mean, us as a guest, or even as a speaker, we come and we kind of enjoy it. But for the people like yourself who are actually making things happen, it's a lot of, things behind the scene. You need to think of it. And you probably wake up at 2 in the morning or go to sleep at 2 in the morning. It's like, I forgot to do this. I wasn't able to do this. Let me write this big list on things to do and just check them as done.
Absolutely. I mean, we experienced this last year. I'm not an event planner, but I have experience with event planning. I feel like this is just on a whole nother level.
Yes.
We have so much going on, and it might seem like, oh, you're uploading videos and people are watching them, but it is just so much more. There's a lot to coordinate. There's a lot to edit. There's, timing and the cadence of everything. We have to coordinate with our sponsors, with our rescues, with everything that's being branded, and then there's the video platform and making sure all of that is working well for people all over the world. We're doing giveaways with all of our sponsors, and then all of the social media posts that have to go along with that, and providing assets to our speakers and codes, so it's really like every time we cross something off of that to-do list, there's like 4 more things that have to be added onto it. And you're right, 2 a.m, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I didn't do that. I forgot. And I'm very much a list maker. So I keep a pen and pad next to my bed, and I wake up and I'm like, okay, must do this as soon as I wake up, so I don't forget it. And then in the morning it looks like gibberish and I'm like, what does that even mean?
Listen, I completely hear you on this, because the truth is that myself, so now when I did this 100 episode celebration, right, so I launched 14 episodes for one day, which for us, we had almost 2,000 downloads. I mean, I was very pleased with these numbers. But I also did 10 lives. In a couple of minutes break, I was creating like a little thumbnails for Instagram, banner pictures, which had to match PetPIX branding. And it was so much work. And on top of it, I ended up having a physical session after I did everything. But I'm glad that at least my voice was still there on the end of the day after so much talking. But I completely understand. And that's the part people don't sometimes they don't see. But do you know what? Again, if you look at the big scale, about how many speakers are about? I know it's hard to know, but how many speakers?
So we have, let's see, we have about 10 panels this year, and each panel ranges from about 4 to 9 people. And they all have different people on them. And then with the classes, I would say there's about 100 speakers with the classes.
Wow.
So yeah, there's somewhere between 150 and 200 total people speaking this year. Right. And we were, we did invite a few people back from last year who did so well with their classes, and they were really well received. And then of course we had a lot of reach out from people last year saying, I would love to be part of the Pet Summit next year, please consider me. And, we took a look at their content and, their clientele and wanted to make sure it was a good fit, and then assigned them, a topic that would be great for them to speak on. But yeah, I mean, we couldn't say yes to everybody, obviously, because then we would have way too much stuff. But you can apply on our website. There is a form where you can apply and give, your information and your background and what topic you'd be comfortable speaking on and what your background is. So we do appreciate all of the reach out, but like I said, we can't have 1,000 classes. It would just be too much. But there's always next year.
Exactly. And I'm very fortunate. I want to thank you for having me as one of your speakers. Thank you very much. And and friends, so this is the deal. You better go and support me. Whoever listens to this podcast, share with your friends. Make sure you go check it out. Support me so I can be next year again. So please cross your fingers. We are in this together, right? The big PetPIX Academy family. But I'm excited, and I want to really thank you. And where people can find you, and from where they can get tickets, so they can not only learn but also help rescue organizations.
Of course. So our main website is thepetsummit.com. You can buy tickets at thepetsummit.com/tickets. And then on our tabs, you can read about our rescues that we're supporting. You can read about our sponsors, and you can also see a roster of all of the speakers and click through to their, social media handles or their websites to learn more about them. We've been adding new speakers to the website every single week because we've had more classes coming in. And you can also see a schedule of events because we've put the schedule out of what panels will air when over the course of the weekend. We're also going to have a fun interactive happy hour after the first night of events. And we did that last year and people actually had a really, really good time. We had live cocktail making for humans and dogs with Mason DePaz, and she will be back again this year doing that. And you can network in there. So we will be in there. You can talk to us. It's going to be on Zoom. Bring your drink, bring your pet. We're going to just hang out and talk and have like a fun evening to, wind down from the first day of events. And then we'll kick off day 2 on Sunday with a nice meditation and, kind of like a Reiki class with Holy Doggy. And then we'll get back into it with the panels and more classes.
Wow, it sounds fantastic. And I really, friends,
Yeah.
I encourage you. And just to say, if you go there, participate, and someone is going to win one-on-one coaching with me, because that's my, giveaway. This is what I am supporting with. And so if you want to have a chance to win one-on-one with me, also go participate. But again, I think that it's win-win from everywhere you look at it. It's like learning from like over 150 to 200 speakers from all around the world who are really, really on top of their game. And also, having access to the gallery for a little while and being able to help to rescue organization. I think this is spectacular. And I want to congratulate you, Paige,
Thank
for
you.
everything, because honestly, this is genius. This is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I really couldn't do it without my other co-founders and the other members of our team. We started out as a team of 4, we're 7 now. So
Wow.
we have more help this year, which is fantastic. And everybody is just so wonderful. And everybody has a different role in the Pet Summit and really just makes it the success that it is. So I couldn't do any of this without them. Believe me, it's not a one-man show. I will not take the credit for that. But I'm really proud of it. And I am excited to be on this journey with the Pet Summit and really see where it goes. And I love meeting all of the people that attend. I love hearing if you enjoy the event, what you would enjoyed the most, what you got out of it and how it helped you. Please share that feedback with us. It's really important. But yeah, you can follow us on Instagram at @the_pet_summit. We're also on Facebook. And if you buy a ticket, you get exclusive access to a private Facebook group where you can network with ticket holders. So be sure to inquire about that. And we hope to see you guys at the Pet Summit this year.
Exactly. And I'm excited too. All the information, friends, will be below in the description of the podcast or the video version. So you can just press the button and go and check out everything. Hopefully you're going to participate. Even my doggy from the other room, he's saying, yes, mommy, Rafra, I want you to participate.
Yes, we love it. Last year, people were sharing Instagram stories during the weekend of the event, and they were showing their pets in front of the laptop or in front of the TV, and they were watching it. And it was just so nice to see that people were, hanging out on a Saturday or a Sunday with their pets. They had their notepad, their tablet, their phone, everything, and they were really getting something out of it. So bring your pets. Every species is welcome. All people are welcome. This is an all-inclusive event, and we're really excited for it.
Fantastic. I want to thank you. I'm excited myself. Friends, stay tuned because definitely PetPIX will continue sharing on our stories and feed more as it gets closer and closer to the event. And thank you very much for making this podcast episode so inspirational, so educational, and just showcasing to all of us that our dream and passion of loving our furry kids, it can just go so much further, help rescues and make an impact in a global level. So thank you, Paige.
Thank you for having me. This was so nice. And we're so happy to have you as part of the Pet Summit this year.
Me too. Woo-hoo. And again, friends, go show your support so I can be again next year, 2022. I count on each of you, keep you, accountable, and when you are in the event, not only hashtag and tag the Pet Summit, hashtag and tag PetPIX, and who knows, maybe we can come up with a giveaway. You never know. So stay tuned. Thank you so much, friends. Enjoy your day and bye-bye.